So, are you ready then, or?
Let's go.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to put food in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey y'all, can I mix my T-Rex with your T-Rex and make some purdy babies?
I am so addicted to picking up poop, you don't even know.
Whoa! Did you see the paint job on that trike? Wow.
Fresh spawns, veteran tamers, and all survivors in between. We'd like to welcome you to Rated Ark, the Ark Survival Evolved podcast.
Welcome, survivors new and old, to episode 5 of Rated Ark, the Ark Survival Evolved podcast. Today is Friday, April 22nd, 2016, and the goal of our show is to offer a server-hosted roundtable discussion that covers all areas of Ark for varied skill levels of survivors.
You can reach us by email at ratedark@gmail.com. You can tweet the show at ratedark on Twitter, or you can also grab our RSS feed, get our show notes, and apply to join us in-game at ratedark.podbean.com.
Excellent. First, I'm going to start the show off by introducing everybody here tonight. You're going to start at the bottom of the list, and Lee Harvey, say hi.
Hi, how's it going? I think for our listeners' enjoyment, I'm going to be breeding 2 freshly caught dire bears and raising the baby. Keep in mind, I'm playing on a PvE server, and breeding is set at like 10 times speed, so that's why it's hopefully going to go so fast.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
We're gonna have what are we gonna have, like a baby shower for you after we get done recording?
Exactly.
No, that's all right. I can do without that.
Oh, okay. Oh, fine.
Hey, Goon, introduce yourself.
Well, you already know my name is Goon. I'm level 77, been in the game for a couple months, and dying as much now as I did when I started.
Situation.
Yeah, he died
normal.
like 3 times today while I was watching.
All right, Turk, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, you guys know me. I don't need to introduce myself. But hey, how's it going, bros?
The grumpy man speaks.
Yeah.
Grumpy man.
Esme, give us a shout out.
Well, I'm the cackling vajayjay, Esme. And that's just my stitch. I have the t-shirts ordered and everything. It's a thing now. But yeah, hey, I'm Esme, and I'm like level 74 now, and yeah, I've been flying around. I just started getting into the snow biome, and I died there, so that's a thing. So welcome to episode 5.
Right on. And I'm your host. My name is Cole, and I have no idea what level I am because I can't get in the game because I'm still stuck with Snapshot 16 errors. So we're doing this on the fly.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh yes, fun times. All right, so let's move on into Loot Drop. So this is the segment for listener feedback. Did we get any audio, emails, tweets, reviews? Do we have any shout-outs? Let's hear from the group. What do we got?
Hold on, just 1 second. Before we start, I want to give a baby bear update. All right. I clicked wander on both of the bears when I introduced myself, and already the female is pregnant.
Oh
Pussy.
My!
Congratulations.
Got some Axe body spray up in there, don't you?
Yep.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Sexy.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Yeah, exactly. Bow chicka dino.
Yep. I walked away to go put some stuff in my inventory away, and I came back, and she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, at least you
Yeah.
gave them privacy.
Sounds like they'll be on Maury Povich in no time.
Pretty much.
You ain't my daddy.
He's sleeping with my sister.
Have a chair. We do have some feedback. Cool. we had some feedback off of Twitter. Mr. Donald Roberts at DJRRobs91 wanted to give a shout out and a thank you for your feedback on the show. So hey guys, episode 4 was the best yet. It feels like the show is finding a natural flow and is loaded with info. So thank you very much. We hope that is the case. So just keep getting better at what we're trying to do. We did get some positive 5-star reviews coming up from iTunes. Did you want to read one of those, Mr. Goon?
Well, yes, I would. Well, do it.
We have a 5-star review from Kizedbert.
Casey 89.
Okay. So if you're a fan of PvE Ark, then this is a great podcast. I've listened since the first episode and have enjoyed every one. Helpful tips and fun stories that you can all relate to. I currently play on Xbox, but I'd love to join your server. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Indeed.
thank you.
Looks like we've got our second 5-star review from CAA 53090. Hey, Rated Ark. I love listening to your podcast every week while I input data at my boring job. And I'm definitely laughing along with that one. I recently told my friend, ANTISMA01, about you guys since he is a PC player. Thanks for the laughs and the Ark update info.
You are welcome. And Turk, you said Antisma made it onto the server, right?
Yeah, and he
perfect.
got a city nickname.
Already?
City nicknamed him Smalls.
Awesome.
Like, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, he nicknamed me
That's
Smalls.
awesome.
And Smalls always wants stone, so if you have extra stone to help Smalls out.
I will have to go find Smalls when we get done and
No.
Get him stoned. I mean,
Smalls
give him
is
stoned.
awesome. Smalls is a really cool dude.
awesome. I'll have to.
Yeah, he built just up
Catch
from
him
my.
I'd say maybe we ought to take him a Dodicarus so he can gather stone himself.
I think he has one, but it's pretty low level.
Oh, okay.
If I can ever get back into game, there's always a whole bunch of decently leveled or decently aged Dodicari on the mountain behind me.
I
so.
like that, Dodicari.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a
use
minute, that didn't sound right. Moving on.
Especially when it's you saying it, Cackling the JJ.
Yeah, the cackling but JJ. We did get a question from a listener on our Facebook page by Chuck M. Saying, do any of you guys play in console version at all? And if so, what are your pros and cons other than being behind on patches? So, as I don't know if everybody knows, all of us do play on PC, and we all play together. So we really are lacking on that whole console knowledge. So hopefully Chuck will take me up on my offer to be our console ambassador. That's how he phrased it. So
Yeah, I've got an Xbox One, but I think the most I've ever gotten was like a free trial. And then I never even did try it out because I can't imagine playing this with a
A vanilla game?
No,
the controller.
Controller, yes. That's
Yeah,
the
because they use the wheel type control.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that would be weird.
And so it's
Not
kind of
fast
awkward. My grandsons do it, and they seem to do okay, but they're
Yeah,
much
us old folks.
smarter than I am. So,
Yeah, us old
he's-
folks probably can't handle it very well. So
hey, come on, Cole.
hey,
Come
hey.
on, go.
You're not in my class.
But
I'm almost
Cole is having a
senior class.
birthday,
Oh,
so
geez.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, it's not gonna get away from that, Cole.
Yeah, apparently at work they're doing something as well, and I'm like,
Are
oh
they?
God, I'm calling in sick.
No.
Oh, you love the attention.
Cole.
No,
it's
not
be-
really, but
Cole,
I'll
it's
take it.
because we love you, dude.
If there's pizza and beer involved, Cole will
Yep.
True.
mind.
That's true. I will
Pizza
take, I
and
will
beer.
take whatever kind of attention I need for, especially if it's free.
Yeah.
Well, I'm missing City right now.
Yep.
Blowing it. Take it off and blowing it. There's your city. Okay, moving on. We we don't have anybody playing console. So, but Goon is trying to take up the reins on gathering up console news, though. So, thank you, Goon, for that.
So it also looks like we've got a new member for the gaming group here on our server, Ryuro, or is it Ryuro?
Yep.
Not sure how you pronounce that, but welcome.
Welcome.
All right, that takes us into our news segment. We've got a lot of news here for you, especially with PAX East going on and a new patch. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's start with Esme. What have you got for us?
I found earlier in the week they unveiled in Unraveling the Mysteries of Ark, the Rockwell Recipes article, and it had the graphic and the little dude and all the crazy writing that I don't know, can't read half the time. But it's earlier in the year, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, is that they revealed one of the first of many Explorer notes that existed on the Ark. The Explorer Note system, they want to help allow us survivors opportunities to discover the stories of the actual inhabitants that lived on our little island and to learn what their fates are over time.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, right? So it's like little snippets and little nuggets of intel that they drop to us via their little Unraveling the Mysteries of Ark segment thingy. So this week they alluded to the Rockwell Recipes, and they said that it's thought that by studying these notes, going through their experiences and revealing the secrets that they have discovered, we will be able to get closer to the heart of the mystery surrounding the Ark. So, I have to do like a Google Translate on this dude's writing because it isn't the best. So I did include the link in the show notes so that it'll take you right to the graphic and you can decipher the Rockwell Recipes edition and maybe figure out a little bit more about our existence on the island. So
cool.
do you guys follow any of that? Like the more they release stuff?
I haven't, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I've been wanting to know a lot, the backstory behind the Ark. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to, the game being fully finished, is so I can find out why the hell I'm here.
Right.
Yeah. And what the obelisks are, and are
Right.
they from aliens, or is it, just an advanced human species? What is it?
Right.
And the connection to our little specimens and the ability to instantly come back to life after we're murdered. And
You know what?
Yeah.
We got to do that sometime on the podcast. Probably not tonight because we didn't script for it, but have a little speculation session about what we're all doing here. That would be fun.
What are your thoughts, Turk?
Nah.
No.
Nah. I'm not into. No, the reason I'm not into like discussing speculation is everybody can freaking speculate. I don't need to do that for anybody.
Yeah, but it's still fun
I'm
to
just
do.
here to I'm just here to have fun and talk about the fun stuff but that's just me. So
That's right.
it's just me, the grumpy old dude.
There's your groupie old man.
Exactly. Cackler.
Not gonna ask.
Not gonna. Oh, hey, there's some updated news. I haven't really heard too much about the lawsuit and all that jazz, but the only thing right now on the internet regarding the trendy entertainment versus Wildcard came, like, it was a quote, and it's on all of the places, Polygon, Gamer, GameSpot, PlayStation, blah, blah. Everybody has the same quote, and it says, the only on-the-record notice of the settlement was filed in Gainesville, Florida, was filed in Gainesville, Florida, where Trendy is based and sought mediation. The notice said mediation on Wednesday ended with a final written settlement agreement. So everybody kind of thinks it's a closed deal. It's done. They paid what they wanted, and they played what they had to or what they agreed on, and now it's a closed thing. So that's the only thing if you try to dig it up. Everybody's being kind of tight-lipped on Twitter, and PAX East is really amping it up, so I think that's awesome that, that PAX was following on the heels of all this nonsense, because if I were them, I'd be like, I need a party right now, and I need to be surrounded with people who love the game and all that stuff, so that's awesome.
Just as long as it wasn't 600 million and or something stupidly ridiculous like that, then...
It wasn't, because they're still paying out for competitive, the
MOSAs?
Yeah. So they didn't get screwed so bad it hurt them.
That's good.
Well, I doubt that they would be able to stop paying those,
but
because they had already committed to it. They just wouldn't do any further.
Yeah, but there comes a point where you just pay for something to go away.
Right.
And I think that's might be what happened.
It's cheaper to pay for it to go away than it is to pay to fight it.
Yep.
That's
yeah, it is, and they probably knew that.
It's capitalism. Get over it.
Well, no, this is extortion.
That's not capitalism.
Yeah,
exactly.
Extortion. Yeah, that could be.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
all right, so moving on, let's talk about PAX East.
Yes. Have you been keeping up with any of the pictures and stuff like that online?
I want to ride on that T-Rex so bad.
Oh,
it looks amazing. And then I want poop.
Yeah, I know, right? And then I saw the tweet that they said it took 4 weeks to make that T-Rex. I thought that was pretty cool.
And PAX is what, like 3 days long?
And I would pay for pictures of Cole on that T-Rex.
We might be able to doctor some pictures of Cole on that.
Well, wait, when's PAX
That's
West?
fine. I would pay for those also.
Yeah, when's PAX West? Maybe they'll take it to PAX West.
I would hope so, because this thing is a hit right now at PAX East, so I would hope that it'd make its way to PAX West. None of us did, so maybe it will. And yeah, Dino Poop, how cool is that? Like, I totally could make Dino Poop, and I've thought about it, so.
Just set it in the living room floor and wait for somebody to be like, what is that?
Is Chihuahua Poop, could that pass as Dino Poop?
Probably too small.
That
would be like a compy to me.
Oh.
Because they bite their little shits. They're annoying.
I can sell compy poop. I'll sell it on Etsy.
What's weird is I have not seen a copy in game for like 4 real life days. Did somebody do some voodoo magic?
Man, come over where I'm at because I think they all hang out at my house now.
Yeah.
So they're all over my
I
Angry
flew by
Beaver
your
Island.
base. I flew right in there. I didn't see a one.
Angry Beaver Island base. They're there. They're there.
Yeah. Okay.
I just tamed one today. I had him riding around on my shoulder most of the time.
Right? So yeah, Dino Poop was a toy, and they were handing it out to those people who were brave enough to actually hop in to the live Survival of the Fittest tournaments at PAX East. So if you signed up and you hopped on the computer, jumped into the Survival of the Fittest, you got some free Dino Poop. So that was cool.
Great.
Yeah, that was tweeted out. They have pictures on Twitter by Ark Jesse. He's the creative director of Ark. So and it's cool because it's a big plush turd and it has their little art. Totally super easy. Your grandma could make this stuff. Could crochet yourself an entire compost bin of dino poop in like 5 minutes, I'm sure. Because this stuff is this is great idea to make easy money right here. Brown circles and call it dino poop and slap your Ark symbol on it. You're good to go.
I think then you'd be the one in a lawsuit.
Yeah, no grandma would.
Oh, that's right. Throw grandma under the bus.
Throw grandma off the train.
Does that T-Rex roar too, or do you just sit on it?
I haven't heard any reports of it roaring, so at this moment in time, in my unprofessional opinion, I would say you just sit on it.
But I happen to think if Cole sat on it, it would definitely roar.
Like, what the hell is this fat thing on my back? Get it off, get it off.
It might also sing Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Oh, come on. Don't make me cry.
Okay. Because Cole does love some purple. Yeah, and
I'm sick and tired of coming into my base every night and finding purple crap.
I'm even doing door handles now, if you know.
Yes, I noticed. I painted them brown.
Damn it.
You're more than welcome to come back and paint them purple. Actually, you have more taste than I do.
Is it like Where's Waldo? It's like, where's Esme been?
Yeah. And I'm like, who the hell painted my doorknob?
It's just one knob out of the entire place.
What's funny is people answer and they go, it wasn't me. I'm like, dude, I know exactly who it was. Come on now.
All right, yeah, we had one last tweet, and according to community manager Jack, they do not have a date yet for Survival of the Fittest to hit Xbox chat, but when it does hit, it will come from a main source and not from his Twitter account, because everybody's like, hey man, when's it coming out on Xbox? When it's coming out? So he's just like, listen, it's not coming out on my Twitter. You will know about it before I even tweet it. So there. It's coming for Xbox. Survival of the Fittest, the MOSA, the free-to-play, blah, blah, blah. It will be coming out on Xbox and all the other thingies, but he won't be tweeting it. What's that, Turk? Who? It's community manager Jack.
It was kind of a woot, but kind of half-ass.
Okay.
Hey, Goon, so I hear something's happening with PlayStation 4 as well. What do you got on that?
Yeah, the Survival of the Fittest is coming to PlayStation 4. They got a date of July 19th. I don't know if anyone watched the Survival at the PAX streaming today. It was hilarious to watch it, but it's where Hunger Games meets Jurassic Park. You got like 72 contestants that start off. They all hit the big circle in the middle, pick up weapons of any sign they can get a hold of. Then they go out. They use the tame different dinosaurs. They use the dinosaurs to kill everyone else. But the whole idea is just to kill everyone. Last one standing wins. But and as of this podcast of right now, this is the first multiplayer online survival arena from MOSA brought to PlayStation. The Survivor League is also coming to the PlayStation 4. It will track the top players in every available game mode and will automatically display the rankings on the official site so the world can see that you are in fact the cream of the crop. And that means cash prizes for the best of the best every single month. We posted the link to it in the show notes if anyone would want to read about the stuff themselves.
That is awesome, though. You said that you got a chance to watch it?
Yeah, it was great. I watched the streaming today. It's just everyone goes nuts. There's spears flying everywhere. Dinosaurs are getting tamed real quick, coming up tacky people. It's hilarious to watch.
Oh my god, I do need to make a point to watch this.
What is awesome is while this game is still in alpha and these guys are making millions of dollars, they're giving back to the community because every one of these events, they give away hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is amazing.
I agree. It really is. And it's pretty cool. I say this only because, like, if you've been keeping your eye on any gaming or any games or game developers for any amount of time, I am constantly impressed by the amount that, from what I see, it's like they run on like a skeleton crew of people. If you follow any of these guys on Twitter, they have like,
sorry.
Oh, sorry, update.
Have to interrupt. The baby bear was just born.
Yes!
Yay!
Baby bear! Is it a girl or a boy?
Feed it.
I need to know what kind of paint to bring. What does it know?
Oh, jeez.
It is a baby boy.
Aw, baby
He's
boy.
just a tiny
Congrats,
little fur
bro.
ball.
Congrats.
Take screenshots.
Congratulations, Papa.
I just took the first screenshot, but it's dark. I can't see much. Oh, there we
Aw.
go. There's a torch. Oh.
Yay.
Yeah, definitely take screenshots. We'll put a screenshot in our show notes so people
The
can.
first
Yes.
live-born baby from our
Aw.
server during the podcast. Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Papa Bear Lee.
Thank
Papa
you.
Bear.
Papa Lee.
Now he's Papa Bear from now on.
Yes. You have been deemed Papa Bear. But what was the saying before the baby was born? Like, all these people were like 5 different titles. They're like, I'm the co-founder and the creative director and the guy that scrubs the toilets. Like, they have like all the titles. So it's pretty cool to see like a group of people. You could, I guess, definitely see the passion. Because they are doing all of the things. And like Jat was tweeting from the airport, working on the game stuff, answering questions from the airport while he's waiting to go to PAX. He could have been, having a cocktail and going to the bathroom or something. But he's like set up his office in the actual airport, so it's really neat, I guess. And it's always cool to be able to see a game that you really love grow from nothing or little baby seed and keep growing, kind of like a crop plot, I guess. Like it's kind of
or like a baby dire bear.
It's like a little baby dire bear.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've even, I don't know, I since, I've responded to stuff that Jad has said, and same thing with Susan and others, and they don't have to respond. They're in a position where they really don't have to. Fans will still like the game. It's just look at Blizzard, who barely ever responds to anything. And people still love the game. People still, play. They still have huge subscriptions. But I think that there would be better feelings between the fans and the business itself if there was a little more effort made. But compared to what Ark is doing, they're always talking, they're responding, they're, helping with problems. I'm at the point where I'm probably going to start asking about my problem in the Snapshot 16 thing, because I have uninstalled and reinstalled so many times that there really has to be something weird happening. But, it's alpha, so this could potentially help them once the game is, released. So I don't necessarily feel bad about bugging them on Twitter or whatever. Maybe not during PAX, but they don't necessarily have to respond via Twitter, but they do. And because I think they're at a point now that Twitter is a very useful tool, whereas it used to be forums and it used to be email and stuff like that. So they're expanding along with social media expanding.
Agreed.
What's cool also, so sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
It was cool. A lot of them were at the PAX East, and to watch them interact with the people there and helping out. The one guy loved his own dinosaur. He's helping everybody up there. They're having a blast. If you watch their faces, they're taking pictures with everyone. It was amazing to see how well they interacted with everybody at the whole PAX thing.
They've got their people standing behind them.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool, too, because they were actually tweeting out, like, hey, what would you name this dinosaur? So I said to name it Herkimer, but I don't know if you guys chimed in. I was like, you should totally just name it Herkimer, but...
That's what I'm going to name the baby dire
I'm
bear.
kind of surprised you didn't, name it for JJ.
No, I figured I'd keep that on the down low, because it's down low, but...
Well, it depends on if it's a male or a female T-Rex.
Right.
All right, so let's move on and let's get to the main topic of our show. And I think right now what we're going to be talking about is this new patch that came out. So we've been talking about the dire bear, which We've got a current breeding session and raising a baby going on right now. We hear about the manta ray that's come out, and we've got a link to a YouTube to their preview of it in our show notes. So make sure to go watch that if you haven't seen it, because holy crap, the manta rays look amazing. And I think we need to set up a dino race, and use the manta rays because it just looks fun as hell.
Like a blast.
Yeah,
Total blast.
And what else do we have coming up in
there's
this
3 of
patch?
those swimming around in my lagoon.
Really? Already? I have not got to see one manta, and I flew around looking,
Oh,
man. I'm gonna have to
God.
hop in the water.
Esme, I don't know where you go or where you've been.
Well, sorry, I've been in the snow biome. You know, they're not
Yeah.
there, so.
They're not.
You know, yeah. I took the West Coast ride up to Phenom's base to see his crazy boat tricks that was going on, and I didn't see any from aerial view, but I imagine I do really have to get wet.
You have
so.
to get down low.
If you go down to my lagoon, there's 3 of them. There might be 2 now. I think one got killed. It attacked me, so we had to take it out.
And you got to remember, the manas are passive tames.
Yes, that's yeah,
Not,
they are.
We'll talk about those, I think, during the taming segments.
Exactly.
So I know there's a couple other things, like the primitive cannon came in and the chemistry table came in, and I don't know anything about the chemistry table, but Turk, you said you do.
Oh, I do, and knowing you, Cole, this is something you'll love. I can dump spoiled meat, narco berries in this thing, and it does it at about a 5 times rate. It creates narcotics. So it's
that's nice.
It's amazing. It uses electricity and gas both. You have to have it connected to electric and dump gas into it to make it work.
Interesting.
No,
It sounds kind of like they've got a lot of mods out there.
If you're making spark powder, if you're making narcos, if you're making gunpowder, holy crap. And it levels you like nobody's business.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Now that took a crap load of mats, right, to make, or am I
Oh
wrong?
God, it is so expensive. It's nuts.
What are we looking at?
It was like, I think I needed like 500. I need 250 electronics, 250. What does the polymer make? Polymer.
The organic polymers?
Yeah.
Stuffy?
Well, just regular polymer.
Okay.
Or organic.
Oh, cementing paste you're talking about.
Cementing paste, it was like 600.
Holy crap.
Oh, man.
Metal, it was like 1,200. It was crazy.
So it's on par of like making an industrial cooker or an industrial forge.
Exactly.
Sheesh. But it sounds like the bonuses.
It is so the rewards are so great.
Oh, okay, yep. I just saw. I looked up on the Ark, the Gamepedia. Yeah, it says the prerequisites to even learn it is the beer barrel, the fabricator.
Wow.
Those are just so you have to get drunk, have a fabricator, and a mortar and pestle in order to make it.
Yeah, drunkenness really helps.
I was going to build a saloon at my base, so.
There's a mod out there that would be perfect for that too.
Oh, is that the pub mod?
Yes.
No,
I
think that is definitely one off topic that we need to incorporate.
Okay, you want to try it?
Yeah, I've
it.
used it before, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think we should definitely
go
do
for it. Fire it up when you get the first
it'll
chance
be done
you get.
tonight.
Sweet.
Do it. I'm excited.
Right. So we got a couple other things that happened in this patch. They made a new Broodmother boss arena, and that's also in this video. So you see this gigantic spider and the little spiders and stuff. And so it's something that I will never ever go and do because spiders now just have to burn the house down at that point. And then they also added 2 more player and dino max levels.
So did you guys see that every time you collect a drop, there's a like a summon point for the Broodmother in the drop?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. Yep.
Right, and then when you collect it, it disappears, right?
I was watching a video. I didn't actually do it. I was watching the video.
I've caught them.
Yeah.
I've seen them in the drops, and yeah, you can take everything from the inventory, but the little summon thing, you have to have all the necessary materials and stuff with you.
If you hover over the summon thing and you put those things back into the drop, it will summon the broodmother.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have any of the stuff on me to summon it, so.
Was your first thought, Turk, what about all those people who build their bases around these drops, and like, where does it summon it? Like, right in the person's base?
Yeah.
How hilarious would that be?
That would be cool.
I was
like,
up
haha,
on the,
sucker, stop
I was
building your
up on
base
the
around
volcano, and I was like, what does it, like, open up the volcano? I was like, I don't know. Illuminant was like, I don't know. Every drop I've gotten has the same thing, so.
Oh, God. There's one that drops into my base.
That's my thing. My first thought was, this is crazy.
We'll burn down my metal base at that point. We're burning it down.
Oh my
giant
God,
spider.
it cracked me up.
Oh, the little baby follows me when I walk around.
Yeah, because they're set to follow automatically. They follow you, because if they're not following you, then they are born on wander. So if you like have them stop following you, then they'll start wandering off, and so you have to. What I usually do when I raise a baby is I will get on like one of my mounts that's nearby and whistle it so it will follow the mount, and then I just leave the mount there. And if I have to run off and get more meat or something, then I use a different mount and go get it and come back, and it's just still following that mount that's standing there.
That is a great idea. Thank you.
Yep. And that makes me want to go punch some trees.
I need that wood.
I guess I'm punching some trees.
A tip for new players. Esme, what have you got?
I was just going back to the basics, because, it's for new players. And one of the first things that I learned about collecting poop, because I was running around picking poop up for anywhere and anything, and it takes forever. So I did not know about the magical thing of Fiomas and force feeding them stimberries to make a mountain of poop appear. So that's a cool thing for new players to know. If you're farming and you need a lot of poop and you need it now, you can force feed your Fioma stimberries. But you really want to be careful doing that, because stimberries dehydrate you and your dinos. So you also want to have on hand a stack of normal berries to force feed them to bring their water levels back up so they don't die of dehydration. But you will get a nice mountain of poop underneath their buttocks. But also, if it's this is the thing that irritates me, is when I do this, if it has a sandal on and you go to hit E to pick it up, it keeps throwing you up on the thing, and I'm to save a lot of expletives and increase pissiness, I would recommend take the saddle off and put it in its inventory, and then make your mountain of poop, because then you won't be flung up onto the Fioma every time you try to pick up poop, because there always seems to be that one piece of poop near the foot, and you're like, I'm just gonna click on it, and it's like, whee, throws you up, and you're like, damn it.
But Fiomias are done.
Why? I love using them.
Because beetles.
Yeah, but if you don't have a beetle, like new players, you're going to find a Fioma before you find a beetle. I haven't even seen a beetle in the new areas.
Plus, it's for new players. New players, they're not going to be going.
That's what I'm saying. New players,
right.
Fiomas. Hey, but for the alpha tip, I will tag you, and you're going to teach us about poopy beetles. But if you're a new player, Fiomas are one of your first people, or little, first mounts, not people, first dinos that you're going to come across. Little piggies. So,
the elephant pigs.
Yeah, that is going to help you get your gardening going when you're a new player. So, but remember, those stimberries dehydrate, so you need to force feed it also nutritious berries and all that jazz. That's the Tinto, Mijo, and Azul, not the Narco. And not the stimberries.
Yeah.
So, also quick tip, now that we're on stimberries too, if you are being chased, you can eat a bunch of stimberries to if you're being chased, like, that'll give you more stamina, but it will also dehydrate you, so you have to eat more berries and jump in the water. But and it also helps if you get shot in the face with the Dilo when you're new, And if you keep stimberries on your toolbar, like I always put mine in 0, you can spam that and it will cut down the effects of the torpor and it will allow you to see faster. But then once again, go for a swim, not buy any mega piranhas, or eat berries. All that
or
stuff.
suckos.
So just to let you know. So stimberries can be your friend, but you also need to chase them with some nutritious berries or water.
Well, Esme, if you lay down and collect that poop, you don't get up onto it.
That's just another. Yeah. I guess I could do that, but
I usually
that
go
way
into
you don't keep
first
jumping
person
back on top of the thing on the saddle. Just lay down.
Yeah, one of my very first playing Dirt to Dirt moments was the fact that I didn't know that I played the whole first part of my game in the prawn position, and I was belly crawling everywhere because I didn't know that.
Why am I so small?
I actually think I remember
really
seeing you there. I was like, why are you on the ground?
Oh my god!
I asked you that, and you're like, I am? And I'm like,
yeah. So, in case you didn't know, if you hit your X button, you will be in the prawn position. You gotta hit your X button again and get out of that. I didn't know that, so.
All right, so
there's my new player tips.
Let's move on into alpha tips, and these are tips for the more experienced players, but obviously if you're a new player, take note of this. So when you get to a higher level or once you start noticing some of these things or have some of these dinos, it's actually good to remember. Lee, what have you got for us?
I was thinking earlier, when you're gathering wood using a beaver, a lot of times, you end up picking up a whole bunch of berries and stuff that you don't want, so you got to stop and dump out a lot of your inventory and then go back to chopping wood. A good way to avoid that is if you disable following on the beaver and then you ride it out right up to a tree. When you jump off, it'll auto harvest that tree and you can jump back on and drive it to the next one. Makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot faster. Jumping off and jumping back on doesn't take any more time than it does if you're just to keep clicking trying to chop down that tree.
Does it really make it faster?
Yeah, I think so. Because you don't have to stop and dump all of that extra crap out of your inventory.
Yeah, I found that if you approach a tree at an angle to where it doesn't collide with a bush, that it's a little bit faster. So,
well, I found it nice to keep from getting all those berries in there that load you up and you got to stop all the time. But if you do use the jumping off trick and then jumping back on, be careful you don't jump back on before the beaver's done harvesting that tree, or it will pick up all the berries in the area too.
That is annoying, because I'm like, don't need you, don't want you, get out of here.
Or you just put it on wander or pick it up with the quets and fly it, or an RG and fly it over trees and collect your ass off.
So you have to put it on wander to do that?
Not sure. I always do. Not sure.
Yeah, see, I know it doesn't work if it's set on follow, because if it's on following behavior, for some reason it doesn't want to auto harvest anything.
But yeah.
Okay, so Esme, what have you got for us?
Well, I just wanted to toss out there, I don't know if this really is alpha or noob. It might be in the middle, because I have met a lot of alpha players that did not know that you can hit your Z button to make your dino poop before you start fighting another dino.
I didn't even think about it until I saw this in the show notes, and I'm like, that's a great idea. And still stupid.
You learn the hard way.
1,300 hours in this game, and I've never thought about that.
No, it's actually to regain stamina, hit Z. I mean, always poop.
Yeah, and also because the actual amount of time that if your dino is pooping in the fight, like it pauses, takes a squat, and while it's doing that, it's getting hit. Bam, 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 bam. So it's a double. It has a lot of benefits from making your dino take a dump before you dive in.
No, and it's not just before. It's
during and all that jazz. Right? The whole make sure you utilize that Z button. Is that what you're saying?
No, the rate that your stamina regenerates is dependent upon your poop level.
Oh yeah.
So if you lower your poop level, your stamina increases much more rapidly. So anytime you're trying to rejuvenate stamina, poop.
Interesting.
So if you get hit by a bunch of
Awesome.
bugs and you're diseased and you can't move, poop.
Well, I should have tried that while I was drowning. Maybe I would have gotten
Yeah.
some stamina back.
Yep, that's how you get stamina back. Is pooping, and it works with dinos. It works on characters. It works on everything. Poop, just poop.
First you
There's
say
a
it,
song
then you
in
do
there.
it.
Where's Prince when we need him?
Purple poop, purple poop.
Hey, Turk, you got some tips on the Beatles?
Oh, the freaking beetles are annoying as hell because they run around and they get stuck in ramps and they get stuck in chairs and they get stuck, and that's what you want them to do. You want them to get stuck in a chair, stuck in a ramp, because if not, they'll wander off and despawn. And as far as fertilizer, these guys put out fertilizer like nobody's friggin' business. I don't have to go up north to get oil anymore. They put out oil. It's friggin' nuts.
Sweet. I don't even have a beetle yet. Do you, Lee
Yeah,
or
you need
Goon?
one.
No, I haven't even thought about it. Now that
I
I,
haven't
know they
even
produce
seen
oil,
one.
though.
Where do you get them?
Mostly in caves.
Okay, the best cave to get them is the central cave below the volcano, and just bring your RG in, pick them up, drag them out, and tame them outside.
Oh, okay.
Because if
Wow.
you tame them inside, you'll never get them out because they do not follow well.
We should have a excursion to get beetles.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen
Well,
one
we
yet.
built on the server. Rocket and I built a little compound outside the central cave.
Awesome.
So we have a point where people can respawn and have chests and dinos and whatnot. So
Sweet.
All right, so let's move on to Pimp My Hut. Do you have a building tip or tricks or anything else that you'd like to share? Are you working on a building project or do you have an idea for a building project? What do you got, Esme?
Well, as I was, painting, because that's what I do.
painting my base.
Painting all the things. It occurred to me that people, while they are painting their huts, if you make a mistake, you pick a wrong color, it didn't turn out the way you like it, you paint the wrong side of the wall or the wrong part of the window, you might want to know about a little thing in game called soap. So, yeah. Soap can be used to remove dye from previously painted items and structures, and in order to use it, you have to stand in front of the structure or the dino or whatever that you want to remove the paint off from. You press your E menu, you click on the button in the wheel menu for the soap. Do not use it by equipping it to your hotbar because it will poison you. It is crafted in a cooking pot. And when you're crafting it, you want to make sure you put in the water skin, a water jar, or the canteen with at least 25% water in it. And due to the resources it says that is required to make this soap, the fact that each soap is a single use, it can be a very expensive way to undo mass vandalism to a base. So a much cheaper alternative could be to simply paint over the vandalism with a paintbrush or a spray painter of a different color. So I've also thought that if I'm going to be a prankster, I probably should drop soap off for those people that I paint stuff. So that'll be my my calling card. If there's
No,
soap
you
around
shouldn't.
now.
Screw 'em.
Have you actually made any soap
They
yet?
have it coming. No, but another thing you can do to make it easier is to make it in the industrial cooker because it's really, really easy.
Okay, if you have an industrial cooker, that's.
Have you
probably
made any
the
soap
best
yet?
way. No, I love everything I paint.
Or you wouldn't have painted it in the
I
first
made
place.
some soap.
I wonder if when you eat it and it poisons you, if it gives you the runs and you die from massive diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea.
No, I tried it. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Man. So
Big
soap
Bear
on a
update.
rope wouldn't be a
Sorry.
viable PvP escape.
Just to let you know about the soap, it doesn't work on animals. It just works on structures.
Does it just work on structures?
Oh no!
Yeah, because I wanted my big bird. I had yellow. I wanted to get rid of the paint off of it, so I tried making a soap, and it doesn't work. So if you want it off your animal, just there's a button on the bottom right corner that I found out after 2 hours of trying to change my bird. 2 hours of making soap and different paints. If I just push the one button, it takes all the paint right off.
You're right.
Just an update on the bear. It's now a juvenile. It has been for probably about 2 or 3 minutes.
Aww.
So that didn't seem to take too long.
So now it's feeding off the feeding
Stop
trough.
force feeding it. Yeah.
So now it's eating Pop-Tarts. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's level 107, and his carry weight is 741. Well, that's his final carry weight will be 741. So when his current weight got to 74 at 10%, he swapped over to juvenile.
Man.
Yep.
Wow.
Now you gotta.
Thanks to
lock
Voodoo
the toilet.
Magic. But you guys on official servers, this is 10 times, bro. So
10 times.
Don't expect it to happen on your server.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Well, you can just multiply the time it's taken me by 10, and
yes,
he's a cute little thing. He's growing fat as he gets old, as he grows up.
So we have a question from a listener about tree branches sticking through their walls. So Zach Legg, ZLeg789, sent us a tweet that says, "My base is hidden in the woods, but the tree branches come through the walls. Do you know of any way to stop this?" I hate that. It happens to me all the time too. I'm guessing you want the ambience of making sure you've still got trees everywhere around you and kind of having that thing, or you're on a PvP server where you really want those trees hiding your base. I've never found a way. Physics are kind of suspended, I think, in some of these things where trees just kind of, instead of brushing up against the wall, just go through it. Has anybody else know of any way of doing this?
All I can say is chop down the tree. I can't offer any way to get rid of the leaves sticking through your house.
The problem is, if you're in a house that the tree sticks through the wall and chopping it down doesn't solve it, it's server settings.
And if you're on a PvP server and you need that tree, but you hate the limb sticking through the wall, you might as well just let it stick through the wall, because either the annoyance of the limb is going to take you off, or somebody's going to jack your stuff up because they see your base easier. So I guess it's a catch-22.
By default, vanilla settings, when you build a structure, nothing will regrow within 10 foundations of your base. So if you have trees growing through your base, either you're on an unofficial and there's some weird settings going on, or you've neglected to cut down the tree. So
right. I guess circumstantially, I think the circumstances around your base and this annoying limb makes or breaks what you're going to decide to do. Like if you leave it or you cut it down. But at this point, yeah, I don't know, because I've built off the foundations and had like ferns pop up, and I've had to take my sickle and just whack at it. And if I couldn't, I had to destroy the foundation, whack at it, and then put my foundation back. So if you're being more picky about the aesthetics of your base, as opposed to actually needing to keep your base hidden, then I would cut it down. But if you need to keep your base hidden, I would just suck it up, Buttercup, and keep that limb there.
Yeah.
Name the limb, hang your wet clothing from the limb, commune with the limb, whatever you need to do. I would yeah.
Name it tree beer.
How about you, Goon? Have you ran into that problem?
No, there's no trees on my beach by my little hut.
No, he's got a pretty little peninsula, so.
No, he's just logging it like it's the Amazon rainforest.
All right, well, that's going to take us into the mod spotlight. So have you found any mods that you love, mods you hate? So this is a segment that spotlights the mod or an interview with a mod dev, which is what I'm working on. So hopefully soon I'll have a interview to be able to post here, but not yet. So we ended up getting, was this an email, Esme?
Yep, email. Yep.
All
From
right.
Zach Broski.
Nice. I was going to say Broski, but I'm glad you said Broski.
That's cool. It's like having the name Dudemeister.
Yeah, Zach Dudemeister asked.
So Zach asks, "Hey guys, I'm a long time Arkaholic, and I think it's great what you're doing with the podcast. Even though I'm pretty up to date on everything Ark, it's nice to get my Ark fix at work while listening about how others experience the game. I recently started my own server for just me and some close friends, a lot like your server, and we were looking for a really good furniture mod. A lot of us love building, but it's hard to fill those big bases. And I've been really busy with work lately, and when I do get a chance to get on the computer, most of the time I'd rather play than do research. So I was hoping maybe for one of your mod segments, you guys could look up some good furniture mods and talk about those. Also, when you're talking about the mods, could you include information such as when was it last updated, and are there any mods it clashes with, or and then that would be great info for server admins. Thanks, and keep up the great work. Well, you're in luck because, well, I completely agree with you. You make this big, really nice base. You put in, all of your crafting stuff, but it's mostly empty. I mean, that's pretty much all you can put in there is your crafting stuff, maybe a refrigerator, whatever, and then that's it. So I went out and did some research because I can't exactly get in game very much these days, which I'll talk about later. And I ended up finding there's a couple different mods out there that I guess when you kind of put them all together really form a good kind of a good covering of, I think, what we're all hoping for in furniture. So the first one I want to talk about is building extras, and it's extras XTRAS. So they have a ton of furniture items in this. Now this was last updated, it looks like it was last updated January 7th, but the creator is pretty prolific. He's always on, he's updating everything. He's actually got quite a few mods. This is the specific one that's probably got around 200 things in it. So it's got a greenhouse that you can just plop down rather than having to actually build one. It's got some kind of fancy looking things like a little garden area with like a fencing and some grass plots and different kinds of flowers that you can plant. And he split it into different chunks, but the building extras is the furniture, and then there's temple extras. There's an all-in-one that also includes a Game of Thrones stuff. There is the garden and Dino House extras and the kibble vending machine.
Right.
So anyway, so this building extras mod has couches, chairs, and tables. It's got different beds than we would be used to seeing. It's got like a messy bed, and then it's got a regular bed. And the beds are kind of cool because you can put them together and they match up really closely, so you can make it kind of look like a queen size bed just with two mattresses on it, kind of 50s style when you push them together. And the cool thing about this one is it's even got bathroom stuff. So there's a toilet and a shower and a tub and a sink, and there's even like a toilet paper roll that you can put on the wall.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was totally awesome. So you could actually build a literal house if you wanted to have more immersion in the game. This would be really good for people who want to have kind of a more of an RP feel to the game.
I was going to say, I joined a Facebook group. It's not named anything like fancy. It's Ark Survival Evolved. So it's an Ark Survival Evolved, but it's a closed group on Facebook. And like, I actually saw a girl, she had posted her pictures of her house, and she had mentioned that it had the Game of Thrones pack on it. Oh, and then another guy posted, he was like, oh great, I get my girlfriend playing Ark with me, I leave, and this is what I come back to. Like, she totally turned his base into like a chick cave. Like, it was hilarious. I laughed my butt off because he had it all roar, and he logged back in, and there was like couches and furniture and all this stuff. So I thought that was cute and that was funny, but it's kind of neat seeing. I'll put the link to the group in the show notes. But cool. It's kind of neat seeing, if you don't play on a server with those mods, but you just like seeing how they're incorporated, and, or it was cool seeing how people do it. And I got to fly out to Turk's castle, and obviously while I was visiting and seeing amazing paint jobs that other people have done, but I love seeing how everybody does stuff. And Turk, I fell in love with, I saw what you were doing. You put that the dino gate frame up, and then you filled it with the railings, and that looks badass. I thought that was so cool looking. So
yeah.
Oh my god.
City took that.
Man, I want to do that in a snow area. Oh my god, it looked awesome. It really added to your build.
The problem with that is you will get attacked through that because they can see through.
So put it up on a higher level.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know that part. Yeah, because I thought that was so cool, and it really added something to your castle vibe, I thought. So
yeah, I thought so too initially until I got attacked.
What'd you get attacked by?
Carnos.
Oh, I think it's neat seeing how like our group does stuff, because we have like just the basic like corrective structures and stuff like that, but it's really neat seeing like what you can come up with, you know, with what we have. That's pretty cool too.
No, if you go out to Bowerix, what's the guy's name? Bowerix? His base is freaking awesome. Lee Harvey. Oh
Hell
my
yeah,
God.
man! Lee, I flew out there
Harvey's
today.
Crap is freaking stupid.
I love the bridge, dude. The bridge is amazing.
It's stupid.
Thanks.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I like Bow's Tower. He did what you were saying about using dino gates, only he filled it with stone walls. So his building is really cool, like reinforced looking.
That's awesome.
The thing is, Lee Harvey's crap is like aesthetically pleasing. And Bowerix crap is like pretty. It's just pretty. It's nice. I'm a dumbass. I can't do it. Props to those guys, man.
Well, we're going to be building well, I'll save it for the later section when I tell you, look through the spyglass, what we're planning on doing with our whole area over here.
All right. So the other mod that I use, and this would be for more like the kitchen stuff. So I use Ark Advance, and it's up to 9.0 right now. And this is it's a huge mod, but it's got so many different things in it. And then just part of it is kitchen stuff. So it's got a cook stove and a pantry, and it's really cool because the pantry, you can put all those extra seeds and stuff that you get in there, and you can actually make food out of it. Like, it's called trail mix, which is really cool because it doesn't spoil at all. So it's food you can take with you all the time, and that doesn't spoil. And it acts just as well as a cooked meat. But it's also got a kitchen sink. So it's just, you add this little thing called like the water pump to your existing water pipes that you've got. And then you put in your kitchen sink, and you can actually turn it on and have actual running water coming out of a faucet. And then it's got, you can open it up and put in, your extra canteens or water skins or whatever. But just this, and then my favorite part of this is if you have a greenhouse and you put a water pump on your water going into this greenhouse, you can attach a sprinkler head to your pipe, and it will basically spray out. So all of your plots will have water reach it. So that way you don't have to try to build all these extra pipes going everywhere. So you hit every plot and stuff with the water. So the sprinkler is just awesome. I absolutely love that part.
Yeah.
And then this is also the mod where it's got the like the poop collector, and then the thatch maker that it automatically takes the thatch and takes the poop and turns it into fertilizer, and then automatically moves the fertilizer into the storage silo, which holds like 300 fertilizer. So and then this mod has other things in it as well, like a glass and metal, so you could literally have a glass house, and there's all sorts of stuff in it. This is by far my favorite mod within Ark, and it's called Ark Advance 9.0. But I just installed the building extras on my Valhalla server, and so whenever I can actually get in and try it out, I will. But just the pictures and reading about the mod, building extras definitely has some stuff that would be great for filling up a new base. And if you want to have a toilet and a shower, you can.
So Cole, are you familiar at all with the Akushima mods? You like them, or?
I'm not gonna say I dislike them. They're not my favorite. And I know when I first started playing, they had some issues and stuff with them. Like I don't know if they were broken or something was wrong with them. So I didn't start off using them, but I have pretty much stuck with Ark Advanced this whole time. But I've been on servers that have had the Akushima.
Have you used the extra arc doors at
Yes,
all,
I am in love with the extra arc doors. So like whenever I make one of those glass houses through Ark Advance, I always use the extra arc doors because it's a kind of a double door, and you can do it in metal, and it just fits the whole theme of having a glass house.
Cool.
And I like it a little bit better because when you have glass doors, half the time I don't know where the hell I have to leave because you can't exactly see it. So, but yeah, extra arc is definitely something that I've got on my Valhalla server.
Have you tried
I love it.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you tried the metal with glass set?
I have. I'm not a fan of the green. And I don't know if they got it fixed where you don't have to have the green yet or not, but I mean, I like it. It is attractive looking, but the thing I like about this Ark Advanced one, and I don't know if it's working or not yet because I haven't tried to change the color, but half of the point of that glass was that you had the option to change what color the glass was. So like if I wanted purple glass and have a purple glass house, then I could just by, using the E key to get into the menu and just picking which color you wanted. So, but yeah, God, I love mods. There's no way I could ever play on something without mods.
So Cole, if you had to pick 3 top building mods and only have 3, which 3 would you choose?
Definitely Ark Advance because it brings so much to the table. I would say probably Extra Ark because beyond it just giving you really cool doors, it also gives you like these behemoth gates that work really well together.
Set or just
say again?
Would that be the complete set or just the doors?
The complete set. So that way you're getting the doors, you're getting the because I have talked about this for a long time. Like I would when I'm on a regular server that doesn't have mods, I always wish I could have kind of a behemoth gate or a dino gate that was horizontal. So I could kind of rise up on a bird out of the top of a barn rather than having to try to fly out a door. And they actually have hatches in Extra Ark if it's the complete one. And then I really, really like in Extra Ark the little fencing and stuff that they've got. It's a cute little wood fence with a little gate. I love it.
Do you notice a lag difference, like an increase in lag, or no?
I haven't on the servers I've been on that have had these. I definitely don't notice it on my Valhalla server, but of course it is only just me playing on there right now, so I can get it set up and ready for people to play on. But I haven't been able to note. I haven't noticed anything yet. I think that the Valhalla map itself is probably giving more lag than these do. And I'm okay with a little bit of lag if it means that I have quality of life improvements, like with what is brought by the Ark Advance.
Exactly. It's a balance.
Exactly.
A compromise.
And then I don't know for a third one, I'm not really sure. I'm new to the building extras one, so I don't know if I would like it or not.
Have you tried the round walls?
I have. That's on another server I play on. But then I think if I was going to choose a third one, depending on what my purpose was, because advanced architecture is the mod that includes all of the castle mods. So that was the one I was talking about, I think last week. That was talking about having like the really big foundations and the walls were a lot taller.
But you can't snap the smaller pieces onto it, right?
Are you talking like the regular vanilla stuff or?
Right.
Actually, you can. They have there's a kind of like a fence.
Like a fence foundation?
Fence foundation type thing. And you can snap that fence foundation to the castle foundations, and then you can suddenly start using like wood walls if you wanted to, or
so
whatever.
You could build like the massive walls they have and attach ceilings on top. Or...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they also have castle ceilings and stuff too.
Yeah, I know, but they're bigger.
Yeah,
but if you wanted to make them smaller.
Yeah, you could. Well, I'm not sure on the ceilings how that works, but I would assume that you could attach a ceiling to the fence or to the vanilla foundation. But I've never tried that. So that might be something that if any of our listeners have tried, they can let us know, or something once I can get back into game, I can try that out and see what works.
Might be something interesting for next week.
Indeed, because it could just them including those vanilla fence foundations actually really opens up the opportunities to build all sorts of ways. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to have a castle with a glass roof.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I agree. I agree.
So I guess to answer that question, it would be Ark Advanced, Extra Ark, and Advanced Architecture would probably be my 3 top building mods. Because then sky's the limit on how you want to build, what you want to build. You know, you could pretty much build anything you wanted with those 3.
Somehow
Cool.
I knew that this whole email had you written all over it, Cole. That's why I was like, yes. When I was like, I know exactly who to hit up for this email.
Yeah, so good luck, Zach. I would check out Building Extras, and they've got a whole bunch of different things on there, but specifically furniture, they separated it down into its own chunk, and just make sure to check out there that you're on the most updated version and stuff, and try it out. Hey,
Cool
email
beans.
us back and let us know if you like it or if you found anything else, if you got a chance to research or anything else.
Yeah, or you can join us on the show. We record Fridays, 10:30 p.m.-ish on Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to let us know how it's working on your server, and you and Cole can kind of, it sounds like Turk might be able to, get a convo going or get some feedback on how it worked out for you, you're more than welcome to.
Indeed. Hey, how's that dire bear baby going?
Yes.
He is eating. He's eating a lot.
Does Herkimer have a big appetite?
Yeah.
Is he eating out of the trough?
Oh yeah, he's eating out of the trough, but I filled his inventory before anyway. As he was growing, his inventory kept expanding, so I just kept filling it more and more.
Once he hits juvie, take it all out. Yeah, put it in the trough. Because he'll eat out of the trough first. The stuff in his inventory is going to spoil.
Okay, that's good to know.
And while you're talking about that, why don't you tell us the story of how we got to this dire bear baby?
Are you saying we're in taming pen? Is that
we
what
are?
I guess we
Oh,
are.
okay.
Yeah.
That's the most powerful tranq gun on the market. Huh. Got her in Mexico. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. They say it can puncture the skin of a rhino from 100...
Ow! Oh! Yes! That's awesome!
Yeah, I caught and tamed 2 dire bears today. I used quets both times to catch them. These are the mama and papa of the baby that I'm raising. I dropped them in my taming pen and tranked them. And then the first was the female, and she started at level 44. And she had 1,380 torpor. The second, a male, was level 96, and he had 6,700 torpor. Now, it took a ton of tranq arrows for both of them. I don't remember how many it took for the female, but for the male, I used over 120 arrows, and I broke my bow 3 times in the process. And I was careful about it. I took my time and got mostly headshots. There were a couple of times when my arrows went astray and I would hit the wall, but mostly they all hit right in his face. He didn't like me a whole lot, and I almost ended up killing them both. It took so many arrows to tranq them. Once they finally fell unconscious, I just fed them with cooked prime meat jerky, and it worked really well. The female at level 44, she ate 7 pieces of prime meat jerky, and the male took about twice as much. I couldn't recall exactly how many pieces he ate during taming, but they had so much torpor that they weren't going to wake up, so I didn't have to use any narcotics or narcoberries to keep them asleep. And they both tamed. They started out at 99.8 efficiency taming efficiency, and they slowly decreased and ended around in the middle 98 percentile.
But you have to keep an account that we're in an accelerated server.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody knows that by now, so.
I hope so.
We're at 10 times for taming.
15.
Is it 15? Oh, wait,
Yep.
It's 15 for taming. It was 10 for gathering, and then we changed that. Yeah.
Right.
15 times taming, sorry.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, it worked out nicely. The female gained 21 levels, and the male gained 47 by the time they were both tamed. So I think the cooked prime meat jerky works really well for a taming food. It's nice because you can always have a bunch of it on you. It doesn't spoil so fast.
Yeah, that's a good point, because, man, even we have our prime meat spoil timers reduced, but still, yeah, the jerky definitely lasts longer.
Oh, yeah. And the animals seem to like it. I mean, they don't eat too much of it before they're tamed, so. But again, that could be just because we have an accelerated taming process.
Yeah.
But I was amazed at how many arrows it took to tame
I was going to
or
ask
to tranq
you
that
what kind of a bow and everything you were using.
Well, the first one, I used a compound bow because I thought, well, maybe it'll go a little faster. And like I said, I almost killed her. So the second time I used, I think it was Turk said, I was talking to him about it, and he said, yeah, you might want to use a weaker weapon. So I made a little primitive bow and just was using tranq arrows, regular tranq arrows for the male. And like I said, it took over 120, arrows, and He took
Well,
a
because he was
lot.
level 96 too,
Yeah.
dude. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, his torpor was 6,700. You know, as soon as he was unconscious, I checked to see what it was. I mean, that's a lot of
Wow,
torpor.
6,700 torpor. That is
Well,
nuts.
it took me 28 darts out of a long rifle to take down an 80.
Wow. So, and that's a slower process, like the long neck rifles. It's like
No, it's faster.
Oh, I mean, like the actual loading. It was faster, but like
Oh yeah, the loading in
Yeah.
between is a little bit slower.
yeah. I feel like I'm like in
But you should always wait 4 to 10 seconds between shots.
to let it take effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It took a while,
If you
but
don't,
it took a
you're
lot of
just,
arrows.
damaging the target.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I took my time and I got mostly headshots. I tried to, I didn't want to
Headshots
kill it. I was
do
trying to be gentle, as gentle as you can be shooting something in the face.
Headshots take something down quicker, but do more damage.
Yeah.
And body shots take it down a little bit slower, but do less damage.
Well, I was just amazed at how much torpor it had. For example, I think it was earlier City was raising a baby T-Rex, and I think he said it was going to be like a level 133, and it only had a torpor of like 1,200. So a dire bear had 3 times as much almost.
But what does it really matter? Because I can go into a cave with the dire wolf with 4,000 torpor, and I've never gotten it above 400.
No, I just mean as far as it takes to tame them.
everything.
How hard it is to knock them down.
Well, what you get after it's tamed and what it was before you tamed it is completely different.
Well, after it was tamed,
It's multiplied.
it went up. Yeah, it went up to 15,000 torpor.
Right.
Like
But I'm talking about
15,200.
before.
Yeah, before tamed it was 6,700.
Right.
But it gained 47 levels. So during the taming process, so it went up pretty good. All of its stats went up pretty good.
Wow.
I've leveled it a few times since then. It's at level 156 now. It was at level 144 after it was tamed.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's bad.
Well, congratulations, Papa Bear.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm taking lots of pictures. Maybe we can somehow, maybe we can put them up for the listeners.
Definitely. So, have you guys saw or done anything with the mantas?
I've seen them. I saw them in Goons Lagoon, but
Goons Lagoon. We
Yep.
need a board, a little sign that says that.
We
You
need
are
a
now
t-shirt.
entering Goons Lagoon.
we need a T-shirt like those Ron John T-shirts.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I watched a fun video on manta taming because the first thing I was like, oh, I should probably, before I even go and try to find them, because flying around, I couldn't see one. I thought I should probably see what's out there right now because it's new and everybody hops in and they start making YouTube videos and posts and blog posts and all this stuff. So I actually stumbled across Alexis Arcade. It's a YouTube channel where she plays multiple games, and right now she was doing Ark Survival Evolved. Have you guys ever heard of her? It was the first time I had ever heard of her, but it was funny. She cracked me up. It would be like me if I did a YouTube video on taming. She didn't research any of it. She jumped into the water. She started shooting at these mantas, and she first quickly realized that you do not tame mantas by knocking them out. She learned that the hard way. I believe she ended up killing her megalodon. She kept calling him idiot. It was hilarious because she's like, oh, where'd my idiot go? And it was like her megalodon. And so she quickly, it was kind of neat because you got to learn with her, and I appreciated that. And from her whole process, you did learn that you do not knock them out. They tame as like a passive tame, but they're very aggressive too. But you have to use angler gel. It's not done with meat.
Yeah, it's passive.
Yeah.
So
It's done with angler
passive
gel.
with angler, and what people say is lure them into shallow water.
Yes.
And don't get in front of them.
Yep, and I read that about the shallow water, and then I also saw that people recommended using bug repellent while trying to tame them to reduce its aggro range.
What?
So, and they also said they recommended you use a water mount, like we were saying, to lure them into the shallow water when you do attempt to tame it, and that once it's tamed, you can feed it raw meat. But until then, through the whole taming process, you have to do the angler fish. So. That's deep. Is that are anglerfish more deeper waters? Because I can honestly say I've not went out to get any angler.
Yeah,
gel.
they're deeper.
They're not like
not
super
too deep.
They're kind of intermediate.
Okay.
They're within plesiosaur range. Let me put it that way.
The taming tips on the manta. I have read that they pack a mean punch. Have any of you been punched by them yet?
Nope.
Because reports are coming in. That
Yeah, I've heard it's really bad.
I've heard it's
I'm gonna put my hat on and go play Steve Irwin.
Rocket went out to tame one from my base and came back naked and dead.
I totally heard this because poor Alexis during her video, she's red. You know, her screen's red. It's pounding. You hear her pulse. You know, and she's not giving up, right? But on some other reports I was reading that even people who bypassed the scuba gear thought that they would counter it with flak gear, jumped in and found about between 6 to 8 hits. So an average of 7 hits. They were pretty close to death. Their gear was shredded.
The trick is to lure them into shore.
Yeah.
And then get behind them like on a boat or something.
Yes.
Or put up some pillars.
Yep.
And protect yourself. So.
Yeah, seems to be right now the hot ticket item is lure them into those shallow waters. Some people have tried to stand on rocks. I can't really see how that would, because from one of the videos I've watched, they don't stand still. They were swimming in circles. Like, you would get dizzy watching these taming videos because these people were having to hop on their mount, hop off, feed, hop on, hop off, hop on, hop off. These little dirtaders, they're swimming in circles. There's no stand on a rock and, you know, unless you wedge them or lock them in some way, because they're moving and attacking. And another suggestion that somebody has tried was they made an underwater cage beneath a raft. So I haven't really experimented with that. Have you guys?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing that right now.
Okay, that's how they're recommending you. This has worked from what I've read, that they built an underwater cage underneath a raft and they put a doorway, because you can enter the doorway, the manta will chase you in and still try to keep aggro, and then you can feed them. Supposedly, this is what the reports were, you feed them while they're trying to enter the door, but they cannot successfully enter the door, and you are at a nice safe distance to feed them the angler gel. So that's right, pretty ingenious. Yep. So this is what I've gotten so far. So if anybody has any, taming stories of the manta or dire bears, feel free to either email us, you can record yourself, send in your MP3 or your WAV file, and we will include you in the show.
I guarantee Phenom has done it.
Has he done it? Because I was talking to him today.
No.
Okay, no.
He will.
He will. I was talking to him today, and I let him know he needed angler gel. So he didn't know yet, so that helped him.
I talked to him earlier, and he was on it.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I've been researching this stuff. We need angler gel. He's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm sure he's on it. I'm sure. He'll have like 9 of them tomorrow.
That dude plays like 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I have for the taming pen.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, speaking of your boat there, Esme.
Yes?
Why are you enraged?
I am enraged because I am sick and tired of the view while I am driving my raft or my houseboat. I wanted to scroll out a little bit further. I am tired of looking between the legs of T-Rexes. I am tired of trying to maneuver my way in and out of rocks, because I choose to build these monstrosities on top of rafts.
And I have a solution. Hit your K key.
Can I do that?
Yeah, but you can't steer.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. You can't steer while you're in there.
Yeah,
You have to be
I
going in a
need
straight
to.
line.
I want
the
to
little
know where
bear's
I'm
getting
going.
fat.
So I would like to just scale it out a little bit more, and then I'd be happy. But other than that, yeah,
What
let's
you
take
do
it
is you hit your K key,
Uh-huh.
and that gives you the view.
Uh-huh.
And you go back into your first person, and you adjust, and you go back to K.
Does that work? Can I
Yeah.
navigate?
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I do it.
So you hit your
Yeah.
K key, and then you go into first person.
Well, basically, so you
No.
hit your K key, you scroll out, see where you're going, and it's like, okay, I need a little bit to go to a little bit to the left. So you hit K again, turn to the left a little bit, hit K again, and then you can still see, okay, and yes, is that the right way to
Exactly.
turn it?
So, but at the end of the day, it'd be really awesome if we didn't have to do any of that.
Exactly.
And it does increase the view from above, you know, a little bit more than what we have now.
Yeah,
that's all I would like. So, roar!
So what ends up enraging me, and this moves into through the spyglass, is I cannot get into game no matter what I'm doing. I mean, I can get into my Valhalla server, and thankfully I can get onto CRR, but the server that I want to get on is I started playing on that Valhalla server a long time ago, and then they switched to the center map. I've talked them up a few times. It was the Valhalla Genesis on the engine site. They were super, super nice over there, but I just cannot get on to their server. And I don't know what it is because it's that snapshot 16 error. So today I completely uninstalled everything, deleted all the folders, got rid of the mods, got rid of my profile, got rid of everything. And then I re-downloaded the game, and I reinstalled all of those mods and tried to get everything. And now I still have to go and try to fix my video settings so that way everything doesn't look like crap when you first go in. I had a whole bunch of settings to make my FPS look great and stuff like that. So this is what I've been working on all day. I haven't really gotten to play because I've been doing all of these things, and I really want to be able to get on so I can test out that furniture mod, and so I can get in and try stuff out. But it's just been crazy, and I don't understand it. Like I have tried every single, like if you Google Ark Snapshot 16, that's it, just those two basic things. I have tried every single thing that has been suggested, that has been tried, that has been done. So it's getting a little frustrating that I still can't get past when it's loading. It just stops at snapshot 16. So that's what I'm going to be working on, other than doing a whole bunch of homework and then going out and celebrating my birthday. So it'll be a busy weekend. So hopefully I at least get some playtime. Looks like, Lee, do you have something to add to Through the Spyglass?
I alluded to earlier mine and Bow's plans for our little area over here, and we're thinking about building, and we're making up plans now, but building actually like a little village type area down here with independent buildings for different types of crafting, like building like a large forge type building, putting an industrial forge in it and a fabricator and stuff like that. And then building a greenhouse out on the peninsula and just all kinds of different stuff. And we're wanting to make it so that it's actually like a real village where everybody can come and use all the machines in case they don't have any built. And like new players, when they come in, they can have we're going to build a couple of little houses down there. Nothing big or fancy, but, a place for people to stay and get their bearings before they venture off and start their own little, project. So I just thought it would be really cool. We both thought that it would be really cool if we could actually build like our server's first functioning town.
Like a little village, and make like the little signs and the little this and that. That'd be neat to do because it kind of appeals to the players that don't really want to don't have a lot of time to gather, to craft, to build a lot of the big things. But also there's a lot of players that like to do that on their own, but this gives them that kind of community vibe. Like if you wanted to stop in or be a part of that, you could. And if you're more of a single player or like to do things on your own, you could too.
Exactly.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I've already built a little dock.
Mayor of Herkimerville.
Nope, I was about to say I've already built a little dock for people where you can park your boats or your fish or whatever you're riding on, and on the dock is a sign that says "Welcome to Claw Tip Township." And,
okay.
We named it Claw Tip because if you look at the map, we're on Footpaw Island, and it looks like a dinosaur claw, and we're right at the tip of the claw, so hence Claw Tip.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Somebody put under my name here and Through the Spyglass, expanding into the snow biome.
That's me. Sorry.
That's what I was asking.
I don't think I put Lee there though. That's
no,
weird.
I put Lee there because I was asking who this was, and then I think Lee put in that he was the one talking. Oh my God, Esme, learn to type.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm expanding into the snow biome. I'm Lee Esme. I'm quickly. This is the first time I've ever ventured into the snow biome, and I'm quickly learning that it is T-Rex heaven. And I saw my first alpha T-Rex on the server while I was up there, so I think that was a bad sign. And I chose not to build in that part of the neighborhood.
Probably a wise decision.
Yeah.
No. I killed solo killed a alpha T-Rex tonight.
Did you?
Which was really awesome.
I imagine.
But Lumen is building up in the snow biome.
Oh, I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Awesome. I was flying over on my pterodon. I thought, where should I build? And I didn't really. I started to freeze, obviously, because I didn't have all my fur gear on. I had like a few pieces, but not enough to make a difference, apparently. So I landed as fast as I could and started eating the crap out of my cooked meat because, when you're in the cold area, you need to eat more to stay alive. Yeah, it was quite an adventure the other day. The other thing, taming in the mountain. I never thought of how I'm going to get those animals out of the mountain. So I found a low-level rhino. I was so excited to find a rhino, and I finally found one. It was a lower level, and now it's just kind of chilling there. It's kind of stuck.
Forethought, Esme, forethought.
Yeah, I needed to plan ahead, like, okay, I got this cute little, amazing little adorable rhino, but sorry about your luck, buddy. You're probably going to be dinner. So if you see a rhino die, that's probably mine. Just chilling in this little spot. So, yep. Ta-da! There's my food list.
Could be Dodo 3.0.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, it looks like we're moving on to last call for stuff. What do we got? Last call. Esme.
Yeah, I'm the only one that put anything down, but if you guys, while I'm yakking, have something that pops into your head that you just want to verbal diarrhea out, this is the time to do it. But,
okay.
We are now on Google Play. Last week we were talking about going to be on Google Play, and then I got an email saying, ta-da, you are. So we, podcast-wise, there aren't too many podcasts that are on Google Play, but we are on it. And also a shout-out to Codename Balls, who, while we were recording, is our newest Cross Realm Rebellion gaming group member, who just joined. So, and I want to give a shout-out to our very own Goon for making our amazing outro that you will be hearing at the end of this show. So it's pretty badass. He did a great job. Nice. And also a shout out to everyone who has come to join us in game, to those who have not yet but will in the future, and to those who have stuck with us. Apparently I can't read my own stuff. Stuck with us from the first show to this show as we get our footing while we produce this show as a server. So thank you.
And if someone wants to join the server, how do they do that?
Wow.
No, you can join our, you can apply with us at Rated.ark.podbean.com. You can do the application and fill it out and see what happens.
Pretty quick. It's like 6 questions. Are you nice? Are you not? Do you want to play Ark?
Hey, listen, I passed it.
Yeah,
so if I can, you can.
Basically, if you don't mess with people and you do your own thing and you want to have fun, you're pretty much welcome to join. Yeah, I'll give a final report on the baby here. He's looks to be about a quarter to a third matured. So this is going to take a long time, I think.
Yeah. Could you imagine how long it would take?
Night.
Could you imagine how long it would take on an official server? Good Lord.
Crazy.
Yeah, but at least he's juvenile now, so that means you can actually log off, and as long as you leave enough food in there, you don't have to worry about it.
Now, can he put multiple, 5 troughs? Surround him in troughs?
As long as it's within range,
they're totally definitely. Full.
Yeah, you might want to go for 9. 9's a good number.
Yeah, 250, I would say.
Yeah, 250 troughs.
Yeah.
You can take a nice nap.
No, actually, one would probably be enough. But, yeah, I jacked it up quite a bit.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
Well, each one has 60 slots. Each slot has a stack of meat in it, so...
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Exciting. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think we have wrapped the show up.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Later.
See ya. Who wants to be City and just disconnect?
Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
And there we go. Bye-bye.
You can reach the show by email at ratedark@gmail.com. You can tweet the show at ratedark on Twitter. You can grab our RSS feed, get our show notes, and apply to join us in-game at ratedark.podbean.com.